Miss, do you work at a retail store that sells firearms?
I do,
Okay, and where is that located?
in Oxford, Michigan.
Okay. And is that store federally licensed?
Yes, it is.
So it would be referred to as an FFL or federally firearms licensed dealer?
Yes.
And how long have you worked there?
Approximately 4 years.
What is your duties there? What are your duties there?
At this time, I am the office manager.
Okay. So with the office manager, are you familiar with the process to sell from an FFL a firearm to a customer?
Yes.
Okay. Could you walk us through the process, please?
So when a customer comes in to purchase a firearm, they have to provide us with a driver's license
Why do you ask for a driver's license?
for picture ID
Okay.
to go on record.
Did you check age as well?
Yes.
Okay. And what age are you looking for?
21 and over.
Okay.
Once I take that, I give the customer the 4473, which is the application.
Thank you. Okay.
For the firearm. Once that is filled out with their answers, I do the next check, which is the background. And once I do that, it'll come back whether it's proceed, delayed, or denied.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, if someone were to walk into the store and say, I want to purchase this firearm, you would ask for picture ID, and then that person would fill out the application for the firearm?
Yes,
And that's what you refer to as the 4473?
yes,
Okay. And is that also referred to as a firearms transaction record?
yes.
Okay. And then that person goes through, you take that information, and then what do you do with it?
I put all their information into the computer, into the NIC system.
Okay, and that's for background purposes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then it tells you either yes or no to proceed?
Yes,
Okay. And then the 4473, that's provided through the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
yes,
Okay. There's also a trigger lock statement that's provided as well,
yes,
and that's through Michigan State Police.
yes.
And tell me what that is, please.
So once it's just a form stating, showing the customer that there is a trigger lock provided with the firearm that they are going to purchase. So they have to date and sign it, as
Okay.
long as we have to do it as well.
Okay. And if that form has been dated and signed, and there's an indication that some kind of lock is provided, that means a lock was in fact provided for the purchase?
Yes,
Does your store also provide purchases of handguns with a copy of the ATF Youth Handgun Safety Notice Act?
yes.
Okay, and what is that?
The Youth Act just gives the information of the do's and the don'ts with firearm around minors.
Okay, and there's information posted around your store too, is that right?
I'm sorry?
There's information about that posted around your store as well?
Yes, it is.
And now, is this process that you described, is this the same process for every handgun sale in your store?
Yes.
Now, have you sold a firearm to James Crumbley?
Yes.
Okay, is he in court today?
Yes, he is.
Can you point in, please describe something he's wearing?
To my right, blue shirt.
Will the record reflect identification of the defendant, Judge?
The record will reflect the report of identification of the defendant, James Crumbley.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Back, when a firearm is sold from your store, are receipts kept?
Yes.
Okay. And from your position as office manager, are you able to tell us if James Crumbley purchased firearms on, or strike that. As an office manager, are you able to tell us every time that James Crumbley purchased a firearm from your store?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to first direct your attention to June of 2021. Miss, you've seen receipts, pistol sales records, trigger lock statements, firearms transaction records of firearm sales from your store to James Crumbley, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to, these have been admitted. It's exhibits 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 for the record.
Okay.
And Ms. Beck, we'll go through those one by one.
Sure.
Okay. We're going to start. Can you see this, People's Exhibit 29?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we looking at right here?
That is a sales receipt.
Okay, and this is a receipt from the store that you work at as an office manager?
Yes.
Okay. And what does it indicate as far as what was sold?
A Cobra Elite Classic,
And what's the price for that?
$169.95.
Okay, so $169.95.
Yes.
And it indicates 22 LR. What's that?
The ammo.
Okay, so it's a 22 caliber
Yeah.
gun,
Yes.
and this is a 2-shot pistol. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so this, what's the date of this receipt?
June 15th of 21.
Okay. And we have at the top here, underneath the date, name James Robert Crumbley.
Yes.
Okay, so that indicates that James Robert Crumbley was in your store and paid $180.15. That's the price with tax for that handgun?
Yes.
Okay. This is Exhibit 30. What do we see here?
This is a pistol sales record.
Okay. And tell us, please, again, what is a pistol sales record?
This is a record that you are given when you buy a pistol. He takes his copy that has to be dropped within 10 days of the purchase, and we keep a copy.
What do you mean dropped?
At their local sheriff's department, police department, whatever county
Okay.
they live in.
Okay, so this has James Robert Crumbley's name on it. It has the serial number of the firearm, and as you said, Cobra Classic 22 caliber. It has the shot, it says 2, so that indicates 2-shot.
Yes.
Okay. And it has the barrel length on there as well.
Yes.
But it says purchase transfer date June 16th, 21. What is that?
So, when Mr. Crumbley came in to purchase this firearm, he possibly got it delayed, it seems, and he had to pick up the firearm prior to him getting a proceed, which I'm assuming was the next day.
Okay. When you say delay, what does that mean?
That his background check is still under review.
Okay. And that can happen from time to time?
Yes.
So he paid for the gun on the 15th, but picked up the gun on the 16th?
Yes.
This is People's Exhibit 33. This is what? This is sales receipt?
Yes.
Okay, and what's the date of this?
June 16th, 21.
Okay, and again, the name James Robert Crumbley?
Yes.
Okay. But what's this receipt for?
It's the purchase of another firearm.
Okay. And that says Caltech P17 22LR,
Yes.
and the amount for that is $299.95?
Yes.
Okay, and then what else did he buy with that?
He bought 2 boxes of ammo.
Okay. And what was the price for each box of ammo?
$14.95.
Okay. And so he spent a grand total of $349.64 on June 16th?
Yes.
All right. So if he picked up the Classic on June 16th, and while he was in the store, or at some point that day, he also paid for this Caltech?
Yes.
This is Exhibit 34, another pistol sales record. What is this of?
This is the pistol sales records for the Caltech P17. Again, the purchase date here is 6/17/21.
Okay, so what would that indicate to you then if he paid for it on the 16th, but he received possession of it on the 17th?
That he is either delayed or his research was taking too long, so he chose to leave our store and come back at a later date or time that day to pick his gun up.
Okay, so then he would actually picked it up on the 17th then?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to direct your attention now to November the 26th of 2021. On that day, do you recall selling a firearm to the defendant, Mr. Crumbley?
Yes.
Okay. This is Exhibit 37 here. What is this?
That is the 6-hour SP 2022
Okay. And
sales receipt.
this is dated November 26, 2021?
Yes.
Okay. And how much did the 6-hour cost?
$489.95.
Okay, so with tax, he paid a total of $519.35?
Yes.
All right. And what is the date of when he walked out of the store with that gun?
11/26/21.
Okay, so on that date, he paid for it and walked out at the same day?
Yes.